Part 2, The Cell 38 Mystery. It's August 10th, 2019, 6:30 a.m. The Metropolitan Correctional Center in Lower Manhattan, one of the most secured federal facilities in the United States. A guard shouts, "A body is found." Jeffrey Epstein, the man holding the keys to the most explosive secrets in the world, is dead. Within hours, the headlines read, "Suicide, case closed." But as of February 2026, the case has never been more open. From broken bones that tell a different story, to surveillance footage that vanished and then reappeared in the recent document dumps, the official narrative is crumbling. Today, we look at the evidence that convinced his family, his doctors, and now a growing number of investigators that Epstein didn't take his secrets to the grave. He was sent there. The perfect storm of errors. To believe the official story about Epstein's death, you must believe in a series of coincidences that defy statistical probability. The guards. Tova Noel and Michael Thomas were supposed to check Epstein every 30 minutes. Instead, they sat 15 feet away, browsing the internet and sleeping. They later admitted to falsifying records. The cellmate. Just days before his death, Epstein's cellmate, a quadruple homicide suspect, was moved out. Epstein was left alone, in direct violation of the prison's own protocol for someone recently on suicide watch. The cameras. 2 cameras outside Epstein's cell malfunctioned. The Department of Justice initially said the footage was unusable. The list of inmates was changed. In fact, before midnight, one can read on 73, plus 1, to be only 73 inmates way after 4 a.m. Who was the ghost extra inmate? The forensic reckoning. If the cameras were blind, the body was not. It is interesting now when Dr. Michael Baden gets in the story. Dr. Baden is one of the world's most famous forensic pathologists. He was hired by Mark Epstein, Jeffrey's brother, to observe the autopsy. Focus on the fracture of the hyoid bone in the neck. Dr. Baden notes that while it can happen in suicidal hangings of older individuals, it is a signature of manual strangulation. In fact, the sheets that Epstein supposedly used to hang himself are too soft to cause such injuries. Experts add that, in a hanging you see a specific type of bruising and bone breakage. What was found in cell 38 looks much more like a struggle. The ligature marks were horizontal, not vertical. That's a red flag in any investigation. Mark Epstein has been vocal throughout early 2026. He points out that at that exact time he died, Jeffrey had begun cooperating with his lawyers for a trial, was in good spirits, and, most importantly, fearful for his life. What's more suspicious is the whole cleanup protocol. But why would someone want Epstein dead? By August 2019, Epstein was a liability to the most powerful people on the planet. Facts can be found in the 2026 unsealed flight logs that show several unnamed, high-ranking officials visited the NYC area in the 48 hours leading up to the death. The mystery of the Black Book. Some pages were missing during the initial 2019 investigation. The February 2026 release contains the missing entries, many of which are linked to the people now resigning from office. Briefly, here are some key points of failure. Scene integrity. The cell was not immediately treated as a crime scene. Photos showed a chaotic environment with unorganized evidence, and the bedsheets used in the hanging were not forensically preserved in a timely manner. Medical discrepancies. Dr. Michael Baden, hired by Epstein's family, argued that the scene and the autopsy, specifically the 3 neck fractures, pointed more toward manual strangulation than hanging. The official report says Jeffrey Epstein took his own life. The forensic evidence, the broken cameras, and the disappearing cellmates suggest something much darker. Also, while the DOJ's 2023 report blamed negligence and misconduct rather than a conspiracy, the failure to secure the scene remains the primary reason public skepticism persists. But the story doesn't end with a body in a Manhattan morgue. Because while Epstein is gone, the trail of paper he left behind is finally being read. Now, the February 2026 fallout. It's February 12, 2026. For years, we were told the Epstein list didn't exist, or that it was just a collection of socialites. We were told the case was closed when he died in cell 38. But over the last 10 days, the world has shifted. Under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, the U.S. Department of Justice has released over 3 million documents. This isn't gossip anymore. It's bank transfers. It's leaked government intelligence. It's evidence of market manipulation. As we speak, governments in London and Oslo are shaking. Ambassadors are being recalled. Senior advisors are walking out of the back doors of power. The Untouchables are finally being touched.